Dear music lovers, today we are here to scroll with you all the activities that D Major TV has realized in this fabulous year that is about to end. This year, D Major TV celebrates the third anniversary with a lot of exclusive interviews with international guests and more. We have followed for you music contests, live streaming concerts. We have kept you updated on some of the main events on classical music. We have brought classical music where it's not, a warm greeting to our beloved grandparents, and presented our young musicians. Let's start watching this report. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the vision.
Hi again to D Major TV.
How are you?
Good, I'm happy to be back.
Hello, Joshua.
Hello, Alida, how are you?
I'm fine.
So nice to be here with you.
Nice to meet you too. Warmly welcome to Ruth Abernethy. Hello.
Thank you. Greetings from Canada.
Mr. Brian Levine, the Executive Director of the Glenn Gould Foundation. Hello, Brian.
Hi, Alida. How are you doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to Professor Derek de Kerkhoff. Hello.
Hello. Thank you for the invitation.
Professor Alexander Kuskis. Hello.
Hi, Alida. Pleased to meet you. Finally.
Hello, Paul.
Hi, Alida. It's a pleasure to be here. I love your Italian accent.
Scholar of Marshall McLuhan. Hello, Paolo.
Hi there. Greetings from Toronto.
Hello, Donato. Hi.
Hello. How are you?
A warm welcome to Maestro Carlo Ponti. Hello, Maestro.
Hello. Nice to be here.
I hope to see you soon. Bye.
Yes, thank you. How was the first roundup? Did you like it? I would say that we're all people of great artistic and cultural value. If you missed some of the interview with any of our guests, you can watch them in replay mode on our Facebook page or directly on our website www.dmajor.tv. Continue to remember this incredible year.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the third edition of Happy Birthday, Mr. Gould. I am Emanuele Stracchi, a pianist, a composer, and associate of D Major TV, and today as our presenter.
Live from Fazioli showroom for Happy Birthday Mr. Gould, the third edition, we have a very special guest, the tuner of Fazioli, Davide Lupatelli.
Hello.
Hello, Davide. How are you?
I'm fine, sto bene, grazie.
Thank you so much for being today here.
And now Luca plays for us Beethoven, Opus 109. Hi Alida, you are gorgeous.
Thank you.
And now you play?
I will play the Contrapunctus number 1 of Johann Sebastian Bach, Art of Fugue.
Thanks.
Live from Fazioli showroom, today we are here with Fabio Albertini, technical supervisor of Fazioli showroom, pianist, teacher and official tuner of Fazioli showroom. Hello Fabio.
Hello Alida.
What would you like to play today for celebrating the moment?
Chopin, notturno opera 27 numero 2.
Enjoy Chopin.
If you're here, it's probably because you're a Glenn Gould fan.
All the recordings we did were made here.
Amazing.
But the piano was down there.
On this website, you will find a documentary, Nice to Meet You, Glenn.
Anything that represents Glenn Gould, anything that uses his name, we control.
You can explore the section as the protagonist, documentary, news and interviews.
Somebody said, you said no to Glenn Gould. I said, yes.
The places where Glenn lived and worked, including his childhood home, the famous apartment of St. Clair Avenue, and many other special. Browsing the site, you can discover how the documentary was made. We hope this documentary will be able to add more pieces to the history of life and work of one of the greatest pianists of the 20th century. If you're here, it's probably because you're a Glenn Gould fan.
Everyone's talking about social media. But what do you know exactly about the media? From the Major TV studios, Nice to Meet You, Marshall, a special dedicated to the great Canadian philosopher Marshall McLuhan, which completely changed our way of thinking in the electric age. We will talk about new media, virtual reality, Glenn Gould and classical music, with four of the greatest philosophers and thinkers of our time. With us, Derek de Kerkhoff, author of The Skin of Culture and Connected Intelligence and professor in the Department of French at the University of Toronto, professor of media at Naples University Federico II and visiting professor at Politecnico University of Milan. Alexander Kuskis, professor of dramatic literature and theatre at the University of Toronto, professor of media ecology at Gonzaga University in Washington.
Perfetto.
Paul Levinson, American writer, musician and professor of communication and media studies at Fordham University, New York City. Paolo Granata, professor of media ecology at the University of Toronto, vice president-elect of the Media Ecology Association and member of the executive committee at the Canadian Commission for the UNESCO as the chair of Culture, Communication and Information Sectoral Commission. On 15 November, 9 p.m. CAT time. Today we are in Sicily, in the wonderful Fazioli factory, and we feel like Charlie inside the chocolate factory. Are you curious to know how a Fazioli piano is made? We'll explore the Sicily factory with an interview with the engineer Paolo Fazioli, Luca Fazioli, and we'll tour inside the splendid Fazioli Hall to discover the concert season. Soon on the Major TV Facebook page, the special Nice to Meet You, Paolo, the Italian Dream, the making of Fazioli. Stay with us. Warm welcome to Tara Simonchik. Hello.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Thank you for accepting this interview. I have a lot of questions to ask you. First of all, you are an international renowned conductor, and I know you started your musical journey as a trumpet player. What fascinating you about this instrument?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, my parents are musicians, and I started playing other instruments before the trumpet.
A warm welcome to Maestro Carlo Ponti. Hello, Maestro.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So first of all, thanks for being our guest today. I would like to start talking about the beginning of your career. How was your passion for classical music born?
I started relatively late. I started as a pianist around 9 years old, and classical music was always in my life. My maternal grandmother, so the mother of my mother, was a very fine classical pianist, and the whole family has been always very musical. We used to listen to classical music with my parents since I was a young child, so I've always been attuned to the repertoire of the classics.
Tonight with us a very special guest, the Maestro Donato Cabrera. Donato Cabrera is the music director of the California Symphony and the Las Vegas Philharmonic, and tonight is with us for a special interview. Hello, Donato. Hi.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for accepting this interview. Good. It's a pleasure.
My pleasure.
Yes, it's a pleasure to have you here in this live streaming dedicated to conductors. We are curious to know more about the role of the conductor. Can you tell us more about your work?
Yeah, so as my role as the music director of my two orchestras, there are a lot of things that happen when I am not conducting. So this...
Hello guys, and welcome here from the Major TV studio for Nice to Meet You Conductor. Today, a very special guest. So a warm welcome to David Whitwell. Hello David.
Thank you very much. And I want to say I appreciate the work you're doing in Milano. You must be one of the few television programs that really helps to improve classical music, for the listeners. And so you're doing a wonderful job there.
Thank you so much, dear David. So I would like to start with the first question, and congratulations, of course, for your career and for the things you do. Here we are, last but not least, a remix of interviews with our musicians, our musical activities with our beloved grandparents, and a small summary of the activity done in Gioia del Colle, where we followed for you the 22nd edition of the Pietro Argento competition, with interviews with all the participants, the jury and the winners, and a fantastic chat with Maestro Michele Marvulli, a living legend that still makes us dream. We thank Paola Sorrentino, Vito Lobefaro, the Daniele Lobefaro Association for the invitation.
Io sono Alida Altemburg, sono il presidente di Major TV, che questa sera è anche media partner del concorso Pietro Argento, che è arrivato veramente alla 22esima edizione, quindi è un grandissimo onore essere in questa splendida città per celebrare la musica.
This 2019 is finished. We managed to do all this thanks to your support. We don't give up, we believe in it. We can make cultural content on the web, we can go forward with courage, with will and passion. We want to continue to offer you only the best of classical music and culture, continue to do our best. See you in 2020 and happy holidays to you all! We remind you that D Major TV can exist only thanks to you, and with the price of a coffee, you can help us to remain free and independent.